My videos on this channel are eclectic. I realize that's somewhat unusual since most people with dedicated YouTube channels that they put a lot of time and work and focus into tend to pick a subject and stick with it. If they make political videos, that's pretty much all they make. If they make pop culture videos, that's pretty much all they make. If they do, reaction videos or let's play videos or makeup tutorials or unboxing videos or whatever they do, they build the audience of their channel and their identity as a creator or a presenter around that one category. And I don't do that. And sometimes that's a little jarring for people who are just finding my channel. If the first video of mine they see is one of my political commentaries, they might be surprised to see how many videos I've made about Star Trek or comic books. If they discover me through a Star Trek video, they might be surprised to see how many political videos I make. Fortunately for me, this seems to mostly be a pleasant surprise to people. It's unexpected, but not off-putting. And when you think about it, even though it's atypical for a YouTube channel, it makes sense. If your taste in pop culture is similar to mine, we probably have a lot in common in terms of our political beliefs as well, since these things tend to run parallel, not universally for sure, but more often than not, I'd say. Still, it's not a pleasant surprise for everyone. Some folks find it annoying. Some folks prefer to compartmentalize their media consumption, and they don't really know what to do with someone like me. I understand that. Sometimes on a political video, I'll get an irritated comment from someone who's like, "I thought you were a Star Trek YouTuber." As if the first time I uploaded a video about Star Trek, I signed a contract agreeing to only make videos about that from now on. Occasionally, the comments are a lot more blunt. They'll tell me, "Stick to Star Trek." And in the comment sections of my Star Trek videos, where I've also been known to express my political views in the form of jokes and serious statements, I get those responses from the other direction. "Stop injecting your politics into everything. We just want to watch videos about Star Trek." First of all, who is we? And when did they elect you to be their spokesperson? Second, I don't think of myself as having a chip on my shoulder, but I do have just enough of a contrarian streak in me that I really don't respond well to being told what to do by random people who don't know me and aren't my boss. If you've ever left a comment on one of my videos telling me stick to Star Trek or leave your politics out of your Star Trek videos in that presumptuous tone as if you're entitled to give me an order, please note my reply as follows: fuck you. And one quick addendum to that, a piece of advice really, watch more Star Trek. Because if you're so easily offended by the presence of progressive political messages in some bearded baseball cap wearing doofus's YouTube videos about Star Trek, I've got some really bad news for you about the actual show. But the thing is, not all of the replies I get from people who don't like it when I mix up my politics and my Star Trek or other forms of pop culture related content are so impertinent. Sometimes people leave comments that are much kinder, even apologetic in tone, saying things like, "I wish you wouldn't talk about politics in your Star Trek videos because the world is such a mess right now and politics stresses me out, and sometimes I want to just watch a video about Star Trek and not have to think about anything else." And these comments deserve more than a snide, profane dismissal from me. Those other comments I mentioned deserve even less than a snide, profane dismissal from me, but what can I say? It's fun, and sometimes I can't help myself. But these comments that are left in good faith by people who sincerely just want a break from the chaos and the strife and the anxiety that our present political situation brings, I sympathize with those of you who leave those comments. And that's why I want to offer a proper answer. When you say to me, "Please stop bringing politics into your Star Trek videos," I have two things to say to you in response. First, I understand how you feel. And second, no. I don't say that unkindly. I appreciate how annoying it might be to start watching a video that you think is just going to be an essay about Neelix, and then in the middle of it, I drop in a joke about what a thin-skinned egotist Donald Trump is. I appreciate that you need to take a breather from politics sometimes. I need to take a breather myself on occasion. I get it. But don't count on me to give you that breather. There are lots of other people making videos about Star Trek. Some take great pains to be as apolitical as possible. That's not me. That will never be me. I'm not saying that every single Star Trek video I make includes overt political content. I don't have a list, but I'm sure I've made lots of Star Trek videos over the years that don't include me going out of my way to take a cheap shot at Republicans or whoever. But I'm not going to make a special effort to separate my politics from my Star Trek videos or from my videos about any other subject, because my politics are part of who I am. They're inseparable from the rest of my worldview and my personality. I'm going to express my politics in my work when I think it's appropriate. And if you have a problem with that, however sincere and justified your reason may be, you shouldn't watch my videos. Now, don't take this to mean that I'm not open to suggestions about my work, or that I don't want you as a viewer to respond if you have something to say. Please do. Not just because leaving comments contributes to my engagement metrics and helps my videos get recommended more often by YouTube's algorithm, although that's true, but because I genuinely enjoy reading what those of you who take the time to leave thoughtful, intelligent, helpful, insightful, good faith comments have to say. Please don't stop leaving comments. Please don't stop rewriting my jokes to make them better. I act like it annoys me, but I actually think it's awesome. I read those comments to other people all the time. And please don't stop disagreeing with me or telling me when something doesn't work for you and why, or offering other constructive criticisms. But as you continue to do all those things, please also keep in mind that certain subjects are closed. I'm not going to separate my politics from my pop culture content. I don't think that would best serve what I want to do on this channel. And more importantly, it's not who I am. I'll never talk just about politics, and I'll never stick to Star Trek. Both of those things are just way too important to me.